The Ukraine Full History, a nation forged in fire. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Ukraine Full History, a nation forged in fire. Now before we get into this video, if you like these types of videos, hit that subscribe button. Now, let's begin. The Ukraine Full History, a nation forged in fire. The name Ukraine is derived from the Old Slavic word for border or edge. And indeed, for centuries, its people have lived on the edge of empires, often caught between the interests of larger, more powerful neighbors. Yet despite, or perhaps because of this, they have forged a unique and dynamic identity that has survived many an invasion and endured through countless hardships. Today we will delve into the captivating tale of Ukraine, exploring how it rose to become one of Europe's most significant players in just a few decades after gaining independence. In 1991, we witnessed the courage of its people, strength of its traditions, and the unwavering spirit that has made Ukraine the land of heroes. So sit back and join us as we uncover the fascinating story of Ukraine, a nation that continues to captivate the world with its resilience and determination. Before diving into the rich tapestry of Ukrainian history, it's essential to understand the geographical significance of the region. Ukraine is strategically located in Eastern Europe, serving as a bridge between the Baltic and Black Seas. This strategic position has made it a pivotal hub for trade and cultural exchange throughout the ages. The fertile soil of Ukraine's expansive plains has long been a cradle of agriculture, giving rise to a vibrant and diverse population. At the heart of the country lies the capital city of Kiev, steeped in history and widely regarded as the birthplace of the nation. As we traverse the timeline, you'll see how this strategic location has shaped Ukraine's destiny, influencing everything from its economic prosperity to its cultural richness and its place on the world stage. The origin story of Ukraine is deeply rooted in the ancient times when the region was inhabited by various Slavic tribes. Among them were the Drevlians, the Ants, and the Northerners. These tribes laid the foundation for the cultural and linguistic heritage that would come to define Ukraine. In the 6th century, the Vikings arrived, bringing with them a taste for exploration and adventure. Their presence marked a significant turning point, opening up new possibilities for trade and cultural exchange along the mighty rivers that coursed through the land. By the 9th century, a loose federation of Slavic, Baltic, and Finnic peoples known as the Rus had emerged in the region. The term Rus is believed to derive from the Old Norse word for rower, reflecting the seafaring culture of the Vikings who settled in the area. This early federation played a crucial role in shaping the identity of Ukraine, laying the groundwork for its unique blend of cultures and traditions. As the medieval period dawned, the Kievan Rus flourished, reaching its zenith under the reign of the Rurik dynasty. The dynasty's origins can be traced back to the legendary Prince Rus, who was said to have established the first Rus state in the 860s. His successors, including Oleg and Igor, expanded the realm, bringing vast territories under their rule. It was during the reign of Vladimir the Great in the 10th century that Christianity arrived on the scene, forever altering the course of Ukrainian history. Under his leadership, the Kievan Rus converted to Eastern Orthodox Christianity, adopting Byzantine and Slavic traditions that would profoundly influence art, architecture, and spirituality in the region. In the 11th century, the Mongol invasion swept across the Eurasian continent, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. The Golden Horde established a Mongol presence in the region, disrupting the political unity of the Kievan Rus. This period marked a significant setback for Ukraine, but the spirit of resistance flickered on. As the 13th and 14th centuries progressed, two new centers of power emerged: Lithuania and Poland. The Grand Duchy of Lithuania, initially a pagan state, underwent a remarkable transformation when it embraced Christianity in the 13th century. Its rulers actively promoted Catholicism, which played a pivotal role in shaping the religious landscape of the region. Meanwhile, the Kingdom of Poland, with its thriving cities and growing influence, became a prominent force in Eastern Europe. As the 17th century approached, the Cossacks, a group of East Slavic Orthodox Christian people, emerged as a distinct cultural and political force in the region. They developed a strong sense of identity rooted in their unique way of life on the frontier. The Cossacks played a pivotal role in shaping the history of Ukraine during this turbulent era, often finding themselves at the forefront of conflicts between the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth and the expanding Russian Empire. Their struggle for autonomy and their contributions to the development of Ukrainian national identity continue to be celebrated as a defining chapter in the nation's history. As the 18th century unfolded, the fate of Ukraine became increasingly intertwined with that of Russia. Under Peter the Great's rule, Russia emerged as a major European power, setting its sights on expanding its territory and influence. This expansionist policy led to the annexation of a significant portion of left bank Ukraine by the Russian Empire in 1722. The right bank, however, remained under the control of Poland until the Third Partition of Poland in 1795, which resulted in its division among Russia, Prussia, and Austria. During this time, Ukrainian culture and identity faced a period of suppression as the Russian Empire sought to assimilate the region into its own cultural sphere. Despite these challenges, the spirit of Ukrainian nationalism persisted, laying the groundwork for the national awakening that would occur in the following centuries. As the 19th century dawned, Europe was swept by a wave of industrialization and scientific advancements that would profoundly impact the course of human history.
Yes.
During this era, the steam engine, invented by Thomas Newcomen and later improved upon by James Watt, revolutionized transportation and manufacturing. Meanwhile, groundbreaking discoveries in electricity by pioneers like Alessandro Volta and Michael Faraday illuminated the path toward a new era of technological advancement. The inventions of the Industrial Revolution not only reshaped economies, but also laid the foundation for the social and cultural changes that would define the modern world. In the early 20th century, Ukraine found itself on the brink of a historic transformation. After centuries of foreign rule, the people of Ukraine yearned for self-determination and the chance to shape their own destiny. As the Russian Empire teetered on the edge of collapse during World War I, the opportunity for change seemed within reach.
Ow!
The war-torn nation grappled with internal conflicts and external pressures, creating a volatile landscape ripe for revolution. Amidst this turmoil, the Ukrainian Central Council emerged as a leading force advocating for an independent Ukraine. Their efforts culminated in the Ukrainian People's Republic, marking the first official step towards nationhood. However, this fledgling nation soon found itself caught in the crossfire of competing interests as Poland, Russia, and Soviet forces vied for control over the region. Despite these challenges, the Ukrainian spirit of independence endured. The Western Ukrainian People's Republic, backed by Poland and the Entente powers, made valiant efforts to secure recognition and support. Yet the odds were stacked against them. The Bolsheviks, eager to solidify their hold on newly acquired territories, refused to acknowledge Ukraine's right to self-determination. The stage was set for a struggle that would test the mettle of an entire nation and determine the fate of Ukraine in the tumultuous years that followed. In the aftermath of World War II, Ukraine found itself once again at a pivotal crossroads. Emerging from the war-torn landscape, the nation faced daunting challenges as it struggled to rebuild its shattered economy and heal the wounds of a divided society. Amidst this devastation, two superpowers emerged on the world stage, each vying for influence in the newly formed United Nations. The United States and the Soviet Union found themselves locked in a fierce ideological struggle that would cast a long shadow over Ukraine's future. As the Cold War intensified, Ukraine became a key battleground in the global chess match between democracy and communism. The Soviet Union, eager to secure its sphere of influence, exerted a tight grip on Ukraine, suppressing any dissent and molding the nation according to its own communist ideology. Despite these constraints, the Ukrainian people demonstrated remarkable resilience. They preserved their cultural heritage, nurtured their national identity, and yearned for the day when they could chart their own course. The seeds of independence were sown, waiting for the right moment to sprout. Finally, in 1991, the fall of the Berlin Wall and the dissolution of the Soviet Union created an atmosphere of change. On August 24, 1991, Ukraine made history. The Act of Independence boldly proclaimed the nation's freedom from Soviet rule, marking a new chapter in its journey towards democracy and self-determination. As Ukraine stepped onto the world stage as an independent nation, it faced both opportunities and challenges. The road to democracy was not without its obstacles, but the Ukrainian people, inspired by the ideals of freedom and self-governance, were determined to forge ahead. The new nation adopted a democratic constitution, held free elections, and began the arduous task of building democratic institutions. At the same time, Ukraine sought to establish its place in the global economy, promoting private enterprise, attracting foreign investment, and diversifying its economy. It also actively engaged in international organizations such as the United Nations and the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, seeking cooperation and support in its transition to democracy and market economy. And there you have it, the Ukraine full history, a nation forged in fire. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about amazing places like this, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, stay curious, stay adventurous, and keep exploring the world.